Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. What a week we had for gaming, from the surprise release of the Oblivion remaster to the long-awaited Expedition 33 release. Gamers have been swimming in a sea of fun games. But now what? Well, don't worry, there's still a ton of games to look forward to. May alone has us looking at A Midnight Walk, Doom the Dark Ages, and Elden Ring Nightrein, amongst others. And we've got a lot to cover for you. But first, some introductions are in order. I am your host, Josh, and joining me, he's been closing the gates of Oblivion with a side of Expedition 33. He's treating like a plate of green beans that he's being forced to eat. It's Ryan.
No, Mom. How many do I have to eat?
You got to eat the whole plate. You're not getting up until you put at least 20 hours into this game.
I'll eat 5.
7.
6.
Fine.
Deal. All right. Come here, Fido. Here you go.
And joining us, he hasn't played either because he's busy campaigning for the rights of support players in Marvel Rivals. It's Ace.
Krusty Krab, unfair.
Oh man, there's people out there that went, I got that reference, and then there's people going, what? Support players in Marvel Rivals? What are y'all talking about? But hey, us gamers, we love our game drama, and there's some game drama going on with Marvel Rivals right now. So we're gonna be digging into that one too. But I'll tell you what, let's burn through some housekeeping real quick, fellas, before we get to, because we got a lot of games to talk about. First and foremost, a huge thank you to 2 new supporters of this podcast. You guys hear us say this all the time, but this podcast would not exist without the support of the listeners. So, and I love this name, dude. So a big thank you to Bearded Dragon with a Sombrero for signing up for Epic status. So thank you, Bearded Dragon with a Sombrero, for signing up for Epic. And then we have a returning member, the one, the only Joe Flynn, who was with us a long time ago. And then, life happens. Hey, we totally get that. That's fine. And then Joe came back to us and he said, hey man, I'm back to support you guys. And we went, we're still here because we've been around for a while. So thank you, Joe, for coming back and helping this podcast be in existence. And then, we said this before, we're gonna read a couple reviews real quick because we have some catching up to do. This first one comes in from Gosh Josh Games. By the way, number 1, awesome name Josh. Number 2, awesome guy. Josh actually does some Twitch streaming. I have personally tuned into a few of his streams. Really just genuine dude, entertaining to talk to and watch. He's like me. He's got game ADD. So every single time he's playing something different too.
Another one.
I almost feel like it's like, when you're like surfing Netflix or like Hulu or something and you're just looking through whatever movies they have on there and you scroll past like 100 of them. That's like Josh with his games, where it's just like,
That's every time I try to eat a meal. I'm like, I'm going to sit down and watch this show. And then I'm done with my food before I ever even find something to watch.
Yeah. I'll sit there and scroll for like 10 minutes straight. And then my wife's like, you going to watch anything? And
just
then I go, no,
something.
I think I'm just going to go play the computer instead. Oh, man. All right. So this review is titled Gaming Gains. And it says, some people need metal to motivate them up in the gym, but all I need is the gravelly voice of Josh saying, it's Ryan, to amp me up for another episode of gaming discussion while I lift. Buys and tries, indies and RPGs go hand in hand as far as I'm concerned. Video Gamers Podcast makes my morning gym sessions far more bearable, and the guys really feel like someone I could easily be gaming buddies and get along with, which is a great familiarity for the show. I'm also learning from them for my own content creation and discussion ideas. All around, always a great time, and honestly, the only podcast I listen to other than our own. Keep at it, guys. Much love.
Love it.
Well, much love back to you,
Much
buddy.
love indeed.
Yeah, you're a good dude, Josh. We're glad to have you, buddy. So, and then Ryan, you've got one as well.
I do. I got another amazing review from Tubster000. 3
I think that's triple aught.
Triple aught.
Right?
Tubster triple aught. It's titled Fantastic. Well, what do you know? Yeah, I'll run with it. Who cares?
Like, sure, triple
You just say it. I'm like Ron Burgundy. Put on the teleprompter, and I'll just be like, "Yep, we're good to go." But it's titled Fantastic Podcast. After searching high and low for the best gaming podcast, I've finally found it. Just a great group of people sharing their passion for video games. The content they put out is just incredible, and they have a variety of means. The variety of it means I can read. I promise. You will most definitely find something you love. Do yourself a favor and check it out. Thank you so much. That was a double, triple aught awesome.
Yep,
triple aught awesome.
Triple aught awesome.
Oh man,
you're illiterate.
Oh my goodness,
you can't even spell illiterate.
I mean, look, I said it at the intro. Last week was epic for games, dude. I mean, I've been super excited for Expedition 33 for months and months and months now. We got the Oblivion remaster, and we went, dude, we are just eating good right now as gamers. And then, then everybody kind of was like, okay, well, and it's funny because even in our Discord server, it's like people went silent when Expedition 33 released. And then everybody starts talking about it, and then everybody goes back and they start playing it again.
It's so crazy. It's just like a light flips on and off all day long in our Discord where people are just going to play the game. Oh, this is where I'm at. Back to the game.
It's like, have you ever been at a restaurant and everybody's chatting and then the food shows up and everybody starts eating and it's dead quiet because everybody's just eating their food?
Yeah,
it's like that's exactly what it reminds me of. Where
it's exactly like
the thing that's super cool too that I've noticed is between this and then Blueprints. Like, I've never seen so many spoiler tags in our Discord. It's just like nothing but empty blocks, and I'm like, this is pretty great.
Our Discord looks like a classified document right now.
It really does. Redacted. But guys, I mean, May is here. I think isn't this episode released like May 1st? I think so. May is here. And I know people went, well, what now? Dude, May looks great, man.
Yeah. May might be even better.
Maybe. I mean, I hope so. But look, so let's just touch on Expedition 33 very briefly. We are deep diving this game, so we're not going to give away a lot of thoughts. I know everybody is waiting to hear what Ryan thinks about Expedition 33, so no pressure, Ryan. John and myself have not been very good at hiding our thoughts on that game.
Nope.
So for anybody that's not in our Discord server, I ain't telling you nothing. You're going to have to listen to the deep dive to know what I think. Maybe the hype is real, or maybe this game is just a crushing disappointment for me after all the waiting for it. You'll never know. But one thing we do know is this game done sold 1 million copies, boys. 1 million copies. Ooh. Now, this is copies sold. This ain't no Ubisoft PR speak where it's like, we've had 1 million players.
Yeah.
No, they have sold 1 million copies of Expedition 33. And not only that, but they came out and they said that does not count Game Pass players. So this is 1 million people that actually purchased this game.
That's crazy.
Good on you, man, because they deserve it. The craziest part about this is 30 developers made Expedition 33.
That is insane, dude. Indie teams,
that's wild,
man. They can make dreams come true. And like you mentioned, Ubisoft. These guys are all like former Ubisoft devs. And that just shows you how much Ubisoft holds people back. Because, oh boy, 1 million people already.
Dude, I'm going to say this. If Ubisoft developed this game and released this game, Ubisoft would not be in the dire trouble that Ubisoft is in right now.
Could have saved
from
them.
A company standpoint. Yeah, but my goodness. So listen, I don't want to harp on Expedition 33 for too long because, again, we're going to have that deep dive coming up soon for that one. But kudos to them. Kudos to the developers.
Big time.
To make a game like this, with the music, the graphics, the combat, the story. I mean, this game has all of those aspects in spades. And to realize that 30 people made this game is nuts to me, dude.
That's a lot of work, man.
Revelation.
That's a lot of work they put in. And Josh, do you know how many people are on Expedition 33 right now?
Probably a lot. Because I don't know, Ryan, because the Game Pass stuff you can't track. So
it sounds like somebody's preparing for a lower number because it's 57,000.
on Steam alone.
57,000.
On Steam.
It's almost
DB.
like this also is a console
Man,
game
but
and
almost
on
weird.
Game
Like,
Pass.
Elder Scrolls Oblivion remastered, 141,000. Whoa!
Oh, so there's a lot of
almost like
nostalgic
they,
old people out there, huh?
I was gonna say. So wait,
Don't talk about yourself that way, Ace. Don't talk about yourself that way.
yes. I was gonna say, like, they don't, Expedition 33 doesn't have the weight behind the Elder Scrolls name like
This is
Bethesda
true.
does. And
That's
the fact
true.
that they have as
That's
many
fair.
players and have sold 1 million copies I think it took them 48 hours to sell 1 million copies. I know they sold
That's
500,000
killer.
in the first 24 hours. So
That's just insane to be able to
That's-
sell that
that's
many so
wild.
quickly.
to be
with a new
fair, if
IP.
they're going to take a page out of Bethesda's book, then within, I don't know, probably 2026, we're going to have, Expedition
Another one?
33 remastered, director's cut, developers edition,
33 and a half.
The definitive edition.
33.225 repeating, all those. So,
Oh boy.
all right. Well, let's get into some new games coming out, guys. This first one, this comes out in a week, and we have covered this game on this show before, but
Yep.
A Midnight Walk.
Yes.
Dude, this game.
This game looks incredible. So for anybody that hasn't seen the trailer yet, Ace, I mean, this is an indie game, so this is right up your alley. But I mean, number one, the art style is incredible. But tell people what this game is.
Well, this is a horror atmospheric sort of dark fantasy adventure game where it's all done with stop motion.
Yeah.
It's stop motion graphics with real stop motion figures for like every model in the game. So it's super cool. And it's going to be in VR on release, which is insane. And again, another indie. Like
I didn't
another
know
indie
it was
that
going to be in
looks this
VR.
good.
It's going to be in VR.
That's wild,
Which
dude.
actually
Yeah.
threw people off because
Yeah.
they were like, is this game available like on PC or consoles? And they went, yeah, it's not just a VR game. This is actually, but it is also releasing for VR headsets. I don't know that I've seen a game that looks this cool, man. Like the is it all claymation too? We say stop motion, but it's like stop motion claymation.
It's stop motion
right?
and claymation. It's a mix of different kinds of stop motion, it looks to me. Like, yeah, you've got a mix of like armatures with claymation, but also just some regular old stop motion thrown in there as well. And it just looks incredible to me. There's no game like this. Like, I think I said on that indie episode, even if this game like it doesn't underperforms, people will remember this game for how it looks and how it's animated and how impressive it is.
Yeah. Atmosphere is the word for sure. It's very, Nightmare
builds
Before
to
Christmas-esque,
that.
and that's the
There
one.
you go,
and,
Ryan.
yeah,
that was
it's-
it for me.
Oh,
It
yeah,
just
Nightmare
looks-
Before Christmas. Don't you know any other stop motion films? Coraline, Paranormal.
Wallace and
I was going
Gromit?
to say Coraline's. I actually like Coraline more than A Nightmare Before Christmas. dude.
There you
No,
go.
Coraline's too scary.
All right. I mean, that's fair. But
Fair enough.
this game looks incredible. I don't know what it's going to be like. I mean, to be fair, and I'm not trying to be negative here, but like South of Midnight looked incredible. And then everybody kind of went,
Yeah.
it's really neat looking, but it didn't quite live up to like the hype levels for that. John played it completely. We had a couple other people that dabbled in it. I have not talked to a single person that went South of Midnight is fantastic, dude.
That's why I never picked it up. I was
And see,
so
that's
into
the
it.
thing.
I was into the look. I was into the vibe it was giving off. And then everyone around me just said, it's okay.
That's weird, dude, because we say this all the time, but not every game is going to be a 9 or a 10.
Yeah.
And not every game is going to be a 4 or 5, right? I mean, but maybe it's just the fact that we play a lot of games, but a 7 out of 10 game is just like a waste of time. And that sounds terrible.
Yeah, that
it
sounds
sounds
really
terrible
bad, man.
because it's like, but you're saying we made a good game, right? Like you're saying we made in this market in 2025, a 7 out of 10 is an average video game. And
Yeah.
so anybody that can make an average video game is doing way better than most other people. But at the same time, it's like, but I don't want to spend my time playing an average game. Like when there's so many good games out there, dude. I'd rather play some indie game that I've never heard of before that's going to be great. Another Crab's Treasure is still on my backlog, and it's like, I would rather go play that I know is going to be good and is supporting an indie dev than some 7 out of 10 game. Like, South of Midnight, man.
I think that's a perfectly valid take. I'll be honest. I know people won't like to hear that, but that's like, we have limited time to spend playing games. So if we hear a game is not like 9s and 10s across the board, like Expedition 33 was, you kind of just instantly lose interest if you weren't already super, into it.
Yeah, I'll wait for a sale.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. I'll catch it on sale.
Will you?
No.
Like, that's the thing.
Probably
Dude.
not.
South of
You won't.
Midnight, that's my point. If South of Midnight goes on, and I'm not trying to slander South of Midnight, it's just the example I'm using here, right?
Yeah.
So people that are like, oh, South of Midnight's great. It might be. I haven't played it. I'm just using it as an example, okay?
Yeah.
Don't shoot the
it's like,
messenger.
if South of Midnight goes on sale for $15, that doesn't change it for me. Like, if I know it's a 7 out of 10 game, and there's still, it's the time commitment. It's not the money commitment necessarily. It's the fact that I've limited time for gaming and I want to play games that are impressing me or memorable or something like that versus I've had my fill of these 7 out of 10 games, dude.
Yeah.
I hated Dragon Age Veilguard. I did not like it. But even then I can still say, well, technically this is a 7 out of 10. Avowed, which we did not deep dive, is the definition of a 7 out of 10. Now I put about 15 hours into Avowed, but I kind of just went, I think I'd rather be playing something else, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to remember Avowed a year from now.
I put like 6 or 7, and I'm like, Josh, are we deep diving this? Because I don't want to play anymore.
I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't want no more, boss.
That's the kicker, man. Is like, I'd almost rather a game just be memorably bad
Yeah.
than to just be
Yeah.
average at that point, man. So sorry to South of Midnight. Like I said, I mean, I've heard good things about the development team. I don't mean to use you
Yeah,
as
catching
as an
strays,
example,
bro,
but
man. Poor South of Midnight.
I had to use something recent, man. So
I will say,
Okay, so-
I think the Midnight Walk is promising. I don't think it's
I think
going
so,
to
too.
flop. I think it's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
I think because it is a story-based game that looks, I could be wrong, looks like it has limited gameplay elements to it, that this is like your Firewatch, your What Remains of Edith Finch, these kind of story-based walking simulators with minimal gameplay elements to it. I think if you're going to make that kind of game, Harold Halibut, which I didn't play, was another one where it's all about the story and the characters, and that's one of those things where it's like, I think if you're going to make this kind of game, you lean into that and you say this is simply for the experience and the visuals and stuff like that. I think if you try to lean into the gameplay portion and it's mid, it actually winds up detracting from the other part of it.
I agree.
And I almost called it South Walk. So a midnight walk.
We don't need a new name for mid-game.
Sorry, there's too many midnights around here. What is this? Midnight Born?
Yeah, I was just going to say there's a bunch of born, Midnight Born, whatever.
Oh, man. So I think this game looks amazing. The art style is incredible. The characters look incredible. I might actually play this in VR, dude, just because I haven't played a VR game in a long time. And I think this looks really, really cool. But that comes out in a week. Be on the lookout for this because you have not seen a game like this. I guarantee it. Whether it's good or not remains to be seen, but I am willing to bet that people have not seen a game like this ever.
Absolutely.
Honestly. So, all right. Well, a game that I know is going to be good. I am planting my flag, boys. I'm planting my flag just like I did on Expedition 33. I'm planting my flag on this one, and we're going to talk about it right after this break. All right, we're back. The flag has been planted. It's flapping in the wind. Doom: The Dark Ages is going to be incredible. Incredible. Until it is done, dude. Dude, number one, Doom Eternal. I've said this many a time. If you haven't played it, you're missing out on one of the best single-player first-person shooters that exists. Like, legitimately, it's up there with the Titanfall 2 campaign. I mean, it's amazing, dude. I think Doom: The Dark Ages is going to be better than Doom Eternal. And that is saying
wow, that is a bold claim,
That's a lot.
sir.
I'm telling you, man, they understand what makes the newer Dooms incredible. They are gritty. They are so super polished. It's ridiculous, dude. These games will run on a potato in 4K HDR, 60 frames a second. I don't know what magic they work behind the scenes on these Doom games, but Doom Eternal is one of the best optimized games ever. and it looks incredible. The music goes perfectly. The gameplay is top notch. I mean, I don't see a way that they whiff on this, man. Every trailer that I've seen, every preview that I have seen just gets me amped because they are leaning into the stand and fight, dude. Yeah. Take that shield
just
with the saw blade.
Tank, everything,
dude. Nothing. Doomslayer, don't care. Doomslayer don't give a darn, man.
Well, that's what you want to do. Like when you are like Doom guy, you know, or you want to go through and you just want to bash and kill demons and spawns and everything of the like you don't want to have to go hide and use a health pack or do any of those things. No. You just want to go through and destroy. And it looks like it's leaning into that, which is awesome. So I'm kind of with you, Josh. I don't know if I'm going to plant my flag that strongly, but I'm very, very excited and optimistic for this one.
We'll be deep diving this one too.
Yeah,
absolutely. For sure. Ace, like I don't like, you're not a big like first person shooter campaign kind of guy.
I'm not, right? But I did play through all of Doom Eternal and its DLC. So I greatly enjoyed it. So I will be picking this up. Okay. I am curious. I wasn't sure if Dark Age is going to be able to stand out this year with all the other games that have come out so far. Because, oh my gosh, what a year for video games.
No, dude. I think it will, to be honest. Like, I think it's going to be different enough. And they've shown this in some of the preview stuff where, you know, you get to pilot the gigantic, like, mechs that you see in Doom Eternal that are all broken down and, like, because this is a prequel to everything. That's the other thing, man, is this is a prequel to, like, the Doom games. You know, where it's like Doom guy's under control of like the weird like alien, like angel. I don't even know. I don't know the lore of this stuff, man. Like I love the visuals and stuff, but it's like, this is absolutely a prequel to that stuff. But you get to pilot these mechs and then they show you just pummeling on people. But then you get like these like Godzilla-sized Gatling guns.
Dude, the Gatling gun that shoots shreds of skull and you have to load a new skull into it is just the coolest, most metal thing ever.
I love when games like just lean into that ridiculous, over-the-top nature of that kind of stuff. Like loading skulls in, you're just like just shooting everyone down.
Because there is a room that people are sitting in and they're going, all right, guys, like, what do we do? And some dude, you know, he's got this crazy idea.
What if?
and then like you can see like in most developers, they're like, dude, that's crazy. We're not doing that.
That
like,
could never
just give him another shotgun. Give him a pistol. Give him a machine. And this guy's like, what if you like tear up skulls and it shoots out shards of bone? And of course, like, you know, it is like, yeah, that's such an amazing
idea. Let's also give him a shield that's a saw blade.
I love it, dude. Lean into what you are making, dude. Like, if you are making a game and it's not serious, lean into the not serious part. Make me laugh. Make me go. I love the fact that these devs knew what they were making. And, Doom the Dark Ages.
I always say, like, one thing, the best thing a game can do is, if it's that type of game, is when I'm playing, I just sit back and cackle. Just like, as I'm destroying enemies or something like that. And I have a feeling that this is going to do that in spades, so I'm so excited, dude.
Dude, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's here in 2 weeks, guys. Like,
man.
It seems so far away, and now it's like, it's here. And man, I'm so pumped, dude. That'll be perfect timing for me to be done with Expedition 33.
Yep.
Get a little bit of Marvel Rivals in the meantime, because that's my comfort game.
That's our drug.
That I hate,
at this point.
At the same time. We were playing, we're going to get to Rivals talk, but
we'll get there.
We all played last night a little bit. Ace joined us a little bit after we started playing, and he was like, oh, I can tell Josh is frustrated already. And I was like, dang it, man. I don't know what these games do to me. All right. So, guys, this game is an enigma to me because I should be more excited about it.
Should be.
I know, dude. And this is so off-brand for me. To not be just like singing the praises of this game and saying like, I cannot wait until May 30th, because that is when Elden Ring Nightrein releases. Yes. It's freaking Elden Ring. Elden Ring is one of my favorite games ever. Like ever. And I think that's the problem, dude. I think the problem is that I'm worried that Nightrein is going to be a disappointment. And I'm worried that it is going to be like you're cheapening my franchise, you know?
Yeah. I understand this. I mean, because FromSoft's never done something like this. They never like revisit IPs and make them a whole another genre of game.
Right.
Because for people who don't know, Nightrein is going to be a roguelike, which Souls-like roguelike. Okay.
Co-op roguelike.
Co-op,
You play
yes,
with your
co-op.
buddies. Like,
which will be incredible. It's going to bring back bosses from all the old Souls games, you know, like some of the worst ones you've ever fought in your
dude,
life.
if Ornstein and Smaug is in this, if Ornstein and Smaug is in that game, dude.
Oh, you don't want a little bit of Smo in your life?
Dude, I don't even know what I'll do. I don't even know.
Yeah, you never did beat them in Dark Souls 1, did you?
Dude, I never beat them. They screw those guys, man. I'm in Millennia. You know what I mean? I'm Elden Lord. Like, I can do all of these things, man. And
you are?
Ornstein and Smaug. Oh,
You're Elden Lord? I've never heard that before.
I
I've
know.
never heard you say that.
Dude, it's on my resume. I literally on my resume at the top, you know, because it's like you want to put like the
Elden
important
Lord.
information, dude. It's like Josh, Elden Lord.
See, you're worried about that. I'm worried about the Orphan of Cause from Bloodborne.
Oh,
that's who I'm scared of running into again.
I got no clue on any of these bosses, what you guys are talking about. But I will say, the roguelike nature of it and the fact that we could play together is highly enticing to me. And that might be a thing that would get somebody like me into
I'm back, baby.
into Elden Ring. So just throwing that out there, Josh.
So this is the kicker, right? I have this fear that this game is going to cheapen Elden Ring, right? But at the same time, I have the hope that somebody like Ryan, who really doesn't have much interest in Elden Ring, even though I am convinced, I am still to this day convinced, Ryan, that if you played Elden Ring, you would be like, oh my gosh, dude, this game is insane, dude.
I'm rolling. I'm rolling.
I think you would lose your mind over
You
Elden
can
Ring.
also parry.
Oh, yeah.
You can parry. Although only crazy people parry in Elden Ring. So.
You are not wrong.
Yeah. But my hope is that will this draw in Ryan? Like, can we get him into the lands between by having him play Nightrein with us?
Let this be the stepping stone that pulls you into the actual adventure. Like,
yes.
Oh
and
my
so
gosh.
the fact that you can play this with friends, we all love roguelikes. So that sounds interesting to me. And I'll be honest with you, I have not really followed this game. I know that, like, I've seen the trailer for Nightrein, and that is it. When they announced it and we talked about it, that's the only trailer that I have watched. I have not watched any of the updates. I've not watched any of the technical tests. I am going into this almost as blind as a person can go into it, especially for somebody that loves Elden Ring more than just about any other game out there. So this one's just weird for me, man, because I think I am worried. But at the same time, if it works out, this could be one of the best games of the year.
It could take it again, man. It could happen again.
Shadow of the Erdtree, I went, dude, it's DLC. They're just saying it's just more of Elden Ring, and I could not have been more anticipating that, and it blew me away. Like, Shadow of the Erdtree is up there with Phantom Liberty as one of the best DLCs ever made, like, legitimately. And so I think that's but now I see Nightrein and I kind of go like, what are you doing, guys? But it might be amazing. And the fact that the three of us can play this together, which we will be doing, really does excite me. I just don't know why I can't kind of wrap my head around
it. Is that the max is 3?
I think so.
Yeah, it's max
3 or 4.
3.
3?
Yeah. And so this is one where we're just going to have to see, man. And maybe this is like the best way for me to approach this is not have hype for it and not be like overhyped for it. And then it comes out and we're all just having a blast. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. I just have this worry where I'm like, well, this is just dumbed down. What is this garbage, man? This isn't Elden Ring.
Why don't I just go play the real game?
Yeah, exactly. I still have tons of hours of content I could do in Elden Ring if I wanted to do that, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. So,
That's enough of that.
So, Ryan,
Ryan,
are we getting the official commitment to play Nightrein with Ace and I from you?
Yes.
Yeah, we did it, America.
I will try
this year.
Playing with you guys in a roguelike, I will roll around all through that area.
Can't wait to teach you how to Souls-like.
This is gonna open up a world for Ryan, because if we go into this and Ryan likes it, then we're doing the Ryan Elden Ring co-op through all of Elden Ring together too, man.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Ryan's going to be like, I'm eating my words. This game's so great. It's so much more than just dodging. Ryan will be the guy that it's 3 a.m. and he's like, guys, I just fought the fire giant. And we're like, dude, you started playing yesterday. Like, what are you talking about?
That probably will be what happens.
Fire giant.
Oh, man. All right. And then, hey, we promised it. What gamer doesn't love a little gaming drama, right?
Drama your mama.
I'm going to throw this one to you again, buddy, because I'll be honest, I'm not completely sure on this. You mentioned this to us, and I got to preface this by saying,
Oh my gosh, Josh.
you what?
Just you coming from you. I'm not sure about this. I don't know.
Because Ace goes, have you guys heard about the support strike in Marvel Rivals? Now, Ace only plays support. Ace has
healer
Ace,
extraordinaire.
I'm gonna give you props, not because you're a friend, but you're an incredible support player. I love playing with you because I know I'm getting heals. If I die, it's because you could not keep me alive. It's not because you weren't paying attention or you're off doing something else or like, ooh, look at the flower. Like, it is because you could not keep me alive. And then that's great. I can understand that. So Ace main support, and he says, guys, it sucks playing support in Marvel Rivals. All the supports are going on strike because some guy said something mean about support players. And I just went, what are you talking about? So Ace, for the uninformed like myself, explain to people the kind of premise behind this and what's going on with this.
So support is knowingly, the lesser viewed role by a lot of other players.
That's crazy talk, number one.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Time out.
Look at him trying to hype you up already.
Look at him.
Hype
He's
up my
interrupting me
support.
because he's better than me because he's not a
Yeah.
support.
Man.
See that?
I'm surprised
actually
he's not
gonna
just
praise you.
yelling heal.
Look, as a lifelong gamer who has been playing video games way longer than most people, okay, the support role is the most important role. Like everybody knows about my days in EverQuest. You know who the most important role was? The healers. Like, in any game, the healers are the ones that are the most important. They keep you alive.
Healer.
Protect the healers.
It's just brain dead gameplay. I can't help you if you can't heal.
Goodness. Okay, sorry. So anyway, I would just like to put on the record that here at the Video Gamers Podcast, we respect our support and we view them as the most important role in the game. So there you go. Okay, now back to you, Ace.
Okay. So a popular streamer, what was Necros, I guess is his name, he's a Spider-Man main, which is a DPS.
What do you know? Spider-Man.
Whoa, timeout number 2.
That says everything right there.
Oh my goodness.
No, but Spider-Man is the most annoying DPS in the entire game because he could just delete you with a single combo.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he basically said that support players are stupid and brain dead and that they're pointless. So a lot of people kind of picked up his mentality within the community of Marvel Rivals and just started dunking on their supports all the time. To the point where, it gets really depressing to play support in Marvel Rivals, especially in solo queue. So you'll be trying your best to heal, and quite frankly, some very untalented DPS and
GG no heals.
GG no heals.
Yeah, if you would have healed, that Mr. Fantastic or whoever would have been, instead of 3 and 18, they would have been, 15 and 4. It's your fault.
If you can't get kills with Mr. Fantastic, I don't know, you're
right?
doing everything wrong. You don't need heals for that. But no, basically every support has now decided to put their foot down and we're not healing you anymore. You're on your own. We're insta-locking DPS, tanks, just like you guys until people start treating us a little bit better out here, all right?
Dude, it's wild, man. As somebody who's not a support main, in Battlefield 4, I strictly most of the time, 99% of the time I was medic. And I love to revive and throw med packs, and I love to be like that. I got you, and I just would bring everybody back over and over and over and over again, especially at a choke point. So when I hop into it in Rivals, I'm not good. I'll say, I'm not a good healer, but I'll heal because everybody insta-locks DPS.
Instantly.
You get your Wanda, your Spider-Man, your Winter Soldier, and all these insta-lock DPS. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So then I'll go. I'm like, I can heal, and then all they do is complain.
What
all they do is complain.
What happens when you're solo healing? do you get dived and then nobody peels for you to help save you because they do not care about you at all?
Where's the heals? Where's the heals? And I'm like, I'm dead. I'm back in spawn, bro. What do you mean? What do you mean? Where's the heals?
Ping, 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 ping.
Yeah. Dead. Ping, 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 dead. Ping, 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 dead.
So part of this issue is that with Marvel Rivals, that the dive characters are the characters that are supposed to dive the back line and kill the healers. I play a dive character. I play Cap, which that's my job. My job is literally to just do nothing but make the healers' lives miserable. And I take my job very seriously, but dive characters are too strong in Marvel Rivals right now. Mm-hmm. And so it's too hard to stay alive as a healer, especially if you're solo queuing. I mean, in a coordinated team, 2 very good healers can kind of keep each other alive, but that's like a higher level, type player kind of thing. And so what you said, Ace, is very true, is that it's just not fun.
Yeah.
Like I don't heal very much. I like healing. I'm just not a good healer. But there's nothing worse. I mean, you guys heard me just because I don't look, these games really aggravate me. Okay. And we were playing a few nights ago. I was trying to heal. I'm getting obliterated by a Black Panther.
You lasted like 2 matches, bro.
You
lasted like 2 matches.
Okay.
If that.
But admittedly,
I'm switching. I'm not doing this.
I'm not healing anymore. This is stupid. And I did. I jumped over to DPS because I'm like, this is dumb. I'm not just sitting around to be a punching bag, man.
Yeah.
So amazingly, NetEase is listening somehow. Yeah. This created enough drama in Marvel Rivals that NetEase, who does not balance their characters mid-season, kind of went, ooh, guys, like this is not good for our game. We have to tweak this. And so through this support strike, you guys got NetEase to listen, and they said, okay, we have to fix healers. We have to fix support in this game. And they're going to do it. We don't really know how yet. They've talked about buffing up how dangerous they are. So maybe you can just hold your own in a fight. Nerfing a couple of the stronger characters, Rip Cap. That really
you
makes
left out
sad.
the best part.
Yeah.
Spider-Man getting that nerf.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Spidey.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I thought this was fun because anybody that's playing Rivals knows what's going on. It's neat to see that this so-called strike actually got the developer to listen and actually say, okay, well, we're going to make some immediate changes to this, and then we'll make some more kind of at the end of the season kind of thing. We'll see. I don't know how much they're going to change things, so that still remains to be seen. But I do think that taking balance into consideration at any time during the point of a game is a good idea.
I will give props to NetEase just as a company. They listen to the feedback of their players. Like they are very good about
no,
balancing.
They don't. Spider-Man is still super OP and Jeff is miserable to try to kill, dude.
Hey,
those two characters infuriate me more than anything else in a video game ever.
They balance for fun, not competitiveness, I will say.
Well, but Spider-Man can get deleted from the game for all I care, and Jeff needs to be able to be killed. That's all I'm saying, dude. It's all I'm saying.
It's all about that team comp, bro.
Ace is in the heart of playing Jeff right now, and he's getting really good at him, and I don't like it because I feel like you're going to the dark side, Ace.
I don't know. I like those bubbles, bro.
Those bubbles are nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, when they say support, they mean every support. So that includes Jeff the Land Shark. The dark side.
I love this game and I hate this game so much, dude.
Maybe
hero shooters are not good for me, but I love them so much where it's just like hot dogs. I like hot dogs. I probably shouldn't be eating hot dogs every day, because they're probably not good for me ultimately, even though I really, really like them. And that's like Marvel Rivals, man.
We can always tell when Josh is on one because then he just starts just destroying our own team. He's like, he doesn't get to the uninstall mode, but he's close.
Yeah,
he's almost there. He's like, what are you even doing?
There's been some funny ones, I'll say. Some funny education.
I do call it education.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Josh is educating them.
Ace was the party leader, and he's like, Josh, do you need to finish ripping this guy, or should I requeue us? And I just went, no, Ace, I'm just educating this guy.
And that's what I've called it ever since.
Education.
Education.
I can't help it, guys. I admit it. I admit it.
fine.
I got a problem.
There's a
That's
fire
the
in you,
first
buddy.
step,
I love
right?
it. I
I'm
love
too
it.
competitive is the problem, man. I really am, and I don't like losing. And so that serves me well in some ways and not so much in the being nice to random people in Marvel Rivals who all want to insta-lock Spider-Man.
Go to and
Uninstall, bro.
Yeah, there you go. So do as I say, not as I do.
Be good people.
Yeah. So anyway, you guys want to go play some Rivals?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Oh, man. All right. Well, listen, that's going to do it for this episode, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us, chatting video games. It's one of our favorite things to do. Listen, if you are new to the podcast, thank you for joining us. We hope you had a good time. If you did, remember to hit that follow button, that plus button, so that you make sure you get our episodes the day that they release. If you want the best gaming community in existence, you always hear us talk about our Discord community. Everybody that has joined this community has literally confirmed and gone like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that it's actually this cool. So don't take our word for it. Come check it out. We have people of all ages, men, women, everybody's gamers. There's no toxicity whatsoever. It really is like the oasis of the gaming, culture, I guess. And I know it's hard for people to believe that exists, but it actually exists.
Josh won't tell you to uninstall in the Discord.
I will not.
promise.
I will not.
Even
You
if
are
you
safe
play
from the wrath
Spider-Man
of
at
me.
community night, he'll be nice to you.
I will, maybe. Let's not go too far. I do have standards, so.
Speaking of, hold on. Today, so this will come out Thursday. So tomorrow night, Friday, we are having community night Marvel Rivals. So come hop into our Discord. All our stuff's in all of our socials. Links are in the bios and everything like that. Come join up. It's such a blast. We always play a bunch of crazy customs. And the best part is we all stay in the same voice chat, so it's madness. And it's
so
my
fun,
absolute favorite part of the whole night every time is that we're all talking at once. It's amazing.
But Ryan, I'm not good at Rivals. Can I still play?
You absolutely still can play because neither is Josh.
Yeah. But Ace, I've never played Rivals, but I'm willing to install it. Can I play?
Oh, absolutely. Everyone could play. I mean, even Josh plays, so anyone,
All right, you know what?
And it's free. They even gave it to Josh because it was free.
1v1 me, both of you, except for
I did
you.
1v1 you as Mr. Fantastic, and you swapped to Iron Man.
Okay. What? All right. You know what? 1v1 me again in a wider arena with very long sight lines where I can just play Hella.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, happy gaming.
See ya.
Peace out.